Hey, what's up guys, it's Marsleaf here, back with a Kane's Wrath video commentary, and today on Small Town USA, we have Bonu playing as the GDI in purple versus Green Zero playing as the green Nod. And we have Green Zero up here spawning in the top right hand side of the map, while Bonu is in the bottom. And no, Green Zero, we won't be mentioning anything about ladder wars. So yeah, we have Green Zero up in the top, Bonu down here, playing as the GDI. GDI known to be Bonu's favourite faction in the game. Not so much Green Zero's favourite faction, that being Nod. He doesn't really play Nod that often, and he's up against Bonu, who is an expert player, especially in the field of GDI. And it seems like both players will be going for their tie beam spikes. They probably know each other's factions as they were pre-selected. It wasn't a random versus random matchup, so they don't have to worry about any buzzers intercepting their engineers from capturing the spikes. So yeah, both players should be able to capture their spikes, obviously waiting to place their refinery before capturing the spikes, or else you won't get the bonus $500 from those tie beam spikes. Scouts having miniature engagements in the middle of the map. Obviously it's both sides trying to get scouting information on each other. Doesn't look like either side will have the opportunity to scout the bases of each other, but Bonu down here, he probably will be going for a pit wall. He's up against Nod. He cannot afford to not scout the Nod base because Nod could be going for a flame tank. But it seems like Green Zero hiding his war factory in the foliage there. Interesting placement indeed. Going for an operations center, so we're going to see some fast flame tanks possibly from Green Zero. Green Zero does love to build flame tanks. Well, I've gathered that information anyways. And we have not much going on really for Bonu's end. He's going for pitbulls. A late scout indeed. He didn't bother to go for that pitbull before training the harvesters. He decided to wait until that harvester is out of the war factory before going for the pitbull. But now the flame tank is rolling through the middle of the map here. Bonu has enough time to train a predator tank and counter this flame tank. The pitbull trying to stay out of the range of this flame tank just in case it gets destroyed. The pitbulls have very weak armor and they will go down very quickly to this flame tank if the flame tank is in range of the pitbull. But the flame tank here is getting dangerously close to this refinery here. He could burn down this refinery to a crisp, but he's training pitbulls. I would have thought he'd go for predator tanks to get some of that heavier armor and heavier DPS as well, but it doesn't matter since he will save this refinery. But again, there is a flame reckoner here which Bonu did not see coming through the map, and this flame reckoner will destroy this war factory. The war factory is going to go down, and most likely this refinery too. I don't think there is enough space here to place a silo to block that refinery from being destroyed from this reckoner here, and this refinery will get destroyed here. So Bonu taking some severe losses here. If he loses this refinery, that flame rush definitely paying off for Green Zero in being able to take out those two important key structures of Bonu. And Bonu, he's got several pitbulls here to defend against these Scorpion tanks. He should be able to come out on top, especially as he has the war factory to repair his pitbulls back to full strength. And these Scorpion tanks are as good as dead. Maybe these two could get sniped down first since they are on critical damage. Let's bring up the health bars here to see what's going on. Two Black Hand squads remaining. He needs to use this Predator tank to destroy it, but the Flame Weaponry does destroy that Predator tank. And two Scorpion tanks remaining. Green Zero following this up with some extremely harsh aggression here. You may be forced to retreat. Bonu could hold this attack here. The refinery is dangerously close to getting destroyed, but he will barely save that refinery, and that I think saved Bonu from losing the game at that very moment there. Green Zero, he's got his 3 harvesters up, he's got 2 refineries, his MCV has already made its way towards the expansion here, but Bonu, it seems like he's behind slightly in expanding, but it doesn't matter because he's got 5 harvesters. Green Zero on the other hand, he's got 4 harvesters, so he is slightly behind in economy, while Bonu is eco booming ahead of him, as you can see by the amount of Tiberium that's harvested on his home field. And Bonu, he'll know which field to expand to since he probably has scouted this expansion here by Green Zero. And Green Zero going to transition into infantry, so Green Zero not bothering to eco up. He's still intent on putting as much aggression onto Bonu as possible. Bonu, good micro there in being able to reverse that pitbull away from the Scorpion tanks, but he will likely lose it there. The same goes for this Predator tank. Actually, I don't know about this, since there are Orcas now coming in to reinforce for Bonu. You could take out these Scorpion tanks here before going for the Harvesters, but the Harvesters is definitely what he wants to go for, especially as Green Zero has an economic lead, or Bonus who probably perceives that he's behind of Green Zero after losing those refineries there, and he will score a kill on the Harvester. That Harvester barely managing to escape there. Pitbulls need to retreat. Bonus through, he's got Orcas, he's got 4 of them here. 3 of them have landed, just one of them needs to go back and land until he needs to regroup his Orcas, get 4 Orcas, and then he can snipe 3 Harvesters. Green Zero has nothing in the form of anti-aircraft except those rocket squads, which I think got cleaned up by the missile, by the watchtowers. Watchtower defense, obviously very, very powerful against rocket squads. And yeah, Bonus through being non-stop with the counter harassment here. He will most likely take out this Harvester. This game is non-stop from the beginning, and Bonus through will get a heads up there by taking out an additional Harvester. So Green Zero now just down to 3 Harvesters. Bonus through, he's got more Harvesters, but he is lacking a refinery. I'm guessing this is going to be a refinery that he has queued at the moment. He desperately needs to place it so these Harvesters don't go the long way to return to base and dock at this refinery here. As you can see, Bonus through not staying on top of the micro of these Harvesters. He could have sent that to that refinery there, those Harvesters. And Green Zero going to be pushing with some more rocket squads. He needs to establish himself at this field here. He's got no refineries there, while Bonus through has a refinery at this base. And he's got several Harvesters here he could probably repair, but he doesn't have to worry about them so much since they aren't on the heavily damaged mode, which means they refine and move slower than the Harvesters, which aren't on that particular health. So yeah, Orcas destroying Scorpion tanks. Green Zero knows now that he has he's got a deficit in refineries. He needs to get more refineries up and more eco. He's got 3 Harvesters, which is not enough. A disruption tower, which won't do much, especially as the Orcas have the ability to detect stealth units using 2 abilities, one of which is available without purchasing any upgrades, but you can get the center pod upgrade, which means these Orcas can detect stealth to units. A pod drops from the Orcas, which means the center pod can detect stealth in the large radius. You can actually equip them onto enemy tanks and buildings. They don't disappear from the buildings or units unless the building is destroyed or the unit is repaired by a nearby war factory. And Bonus through transitioning into some APC Shatterer tank. Very potent combination against infantry, possibly the best one I've found out while playing GDI. I've been playing a lot of random lately, and I found that this combo is extremely powerful, very robust overall. I mean, it can take on most things. And Orcas harassing Harvesters. Green Zero's economy is just getting obliterated here. He's got only 1 Harvester by look of things. He's got 3 Harvesters here. He's training Harvesters. He has 5 in total now. Bonus through, he's got his tech center up. He is way beyond of Green Zero when it comes to tech. I don't know how Green Zero is going to win now. He's really behind in tech. He does have his infantry upgrades. He can push rocket squads, but I'm not sure how well that'll do against AP ammo and juggernauts, especially as those juggernauts have the ability to suppress infantry. But taking advantage of the buildings in small town USA, that's very nice there by Green Zero. He's able to lock down this area here and defend his rocket squads, and also prevent Bonus through from marching through that area of the map so easily. He'll have to stop and take those buildings out before proceeding into Green Zero's base, which isn't much over there. He's going for a Marv. Bonus through going for that Marv, which probably will most likely seal the deal for Bonus through. Not sure how Green Zero is going to come out on top now. He's going for a Marv, but Green Zero, I think he has established his economy. He's relying on rocket squads, and I'm not sure how well this will do against a Marv and Juggernauts. Of course, the Juggernauts and Marv combination being one of the most strongest in the game for GDI. And there is the Marv, probably going to put 2 zone troopers and 2 engineers in it, which is standard really for a Marv. It's a very well balanced Marv, if you ask me. 4 zone troopers is when you're looking to counter a lot of vehicles, and another epic unit. I mean, if you put 4 zone troopers in your Marv, you're looking to kill the enemy epic unit, and that is usually the reason why you put 4 of them in the Marv. But yeah, these Orcas doing a lot of harassment by Bonus through, and I forgot to turn the health bars on, but I don't think that really matters that much. one of the Yorkers has promoted to veteran. The Marv is rolling in to Green Zero's home base, but he will find that there is nothing there except a upgraded power plant, which he could definitely take out. I'm not sure if Bonus Through is aware of that power plant there, but if he takes it out, then Green Zero would have to build a ton of power plants in his base. Of course, Nod power plants being very vulnerable, and they don't exactly have a high power output, but if they are able to upgrade their power plants, then that makes them extremely weak, and your opponent can exploit that and take them out. And as you can see, my frame rate is dropping for no apparent reason here. Not exactly sure why that is, but these rocket squads will likely go down. I mean, there is so many rocket squads here, but there is a lot of AP ammo watchtowers, probably 2 AP ammo watchtowers, which will clean up this infantry squads here. He's trying to take out the juggernauts. He's taken out 2 juggernauts, 1 juggernaut remaining. There's a ton of husks which he has to take out as well. Those husks, of course, can be recaptured by Bonus Through if Green Zero doesn't take them out. And these infantry forces will take out this base here slowly but surely, pumping out the barracks. Not sure if it's a good idea to train rifleman squads, as these militant rocket squads have the ability to throw hallucinogenic grenades, which means that their enemies' rifleman squads will turn against each other and act hostile to their own leader. And as you can see, the Marv is coming into the base here. No EMP equipped units for Green Zero. Green Zero, he's going to have to defend off against this Marv with just infantry. He could send, build a Hand of Nod and sell it onto this Marv. Of course, the ball from the Hand of Nod does do a considerable amount of damage to vehicles. I'm not sure if he'll do that though. It's quite an advanced tactic, rarely ever seen, to be honest. But yeah, you could draft Hand of Nods onto this Marv and do a bit of damage just to buy himself some time. It's not an expensive tactic. Alternatively, you could make Nod Silos. Nod Silos tend to have a bit more health than the GDI ones and can withstand more punishment. Infantry squads here by Green Zero. It looks like they're doing a lot of damage. I mean, they were able to take out 4 Juggernauts in total, even including the husks. And Green Zero, as a direct result of that, he's going to be harvesting a lot of Tiberium here. He's going to have a lot more Tiberium at his disposal compared to Bonus Through, and using the Redemption support power just so these militant squads revive as awakened, so he can EMP this Marv. Very nice ability there, and it has been considerably buffed in 1.02 plus just because of the EMP has now been fixed. And as you can see, the Marv being EMP'd and taken out, so insult added to injury there, EMPing that Marv as it was destroyed. And Green Zero going to be pushing into trying to take out these structures here. Rifleman squads causing a lot of damage to those rocket squads. Of course, he doesn't have the Black Disciple upgrade, him not being Black Hand. Of course, he'd wish to have that, but then that would be just OP, having Confessors with flame weaponry. Bloody hell, that would be just, I don't know, that would be just insane. But Green Zero, he is looking to be in a good position now, surprisingly, because he got out-teched, out-ecoed, and now is harvesting full economy here, and will most likely be going for a Marv or tech of his own. He could probably go for a Tiberium chemical plant and inflict some serious wounds onto Bonus Through with some catalyst missiles or a Tiberium vein detonation. Those one clicks being very, very deadly to Nod and GDI player, since their harvesters are not immune to the effects of catalyst like the Scrin harvesters. And Obelisk there, good for good measure, just to protect this choke point here, so no units are able to come into Green Zero's base and take out harvesters. Nice decision there in keeping that Obelisk alive. And pushing in with more and more infantry. These infantry squads are very, very powerful against against GDI, sorry. GDI really need to get a lot of AP ammo, or probably sniper teams. I mean, I'd imagine that Shadowers are a good idea because they one-shot the infantry squad members and the leader of their squad. That's unlike Black Hand, where the disciples just take forever to die to cannon damage. But those Confessor squad leaders are very, very weak in comparison, and I reckon that is the right unit to train against this. But he's relying on AP ammo watchtowers to try and take out these these infantry. He's got nowhere near enough here. These juggernauts will get overwhelmed by the sheer amount of infantry here by Green Zero, and he's desperately trying to hold with AP Armor Watchtowers. Not sure how this will do for bonus. As you can see, more and more watchtowers being destroyed. He's not bothering to sell his watchtowers as they get near to dying, as the watchtowers can give you a full rifleman squad if you're able to do that. And as you can see, these militant squads being transformed into awakened squad members, which can EMP the base defenses. And yeah, very, very nice work by Green Zero, keeping his units alive and using the redemption support power to revive these awakened squads, which can EMP these watchtowers and help deliver more devastation. And you can see Bonus Roo is being forced here to waste money on a lot more base defenses than what he probably wouldn't have done if the redemption wasn't used there. And as you can see, he's actually got a fair amount of infantry squads remaining, and he's actually going to be able to overwhelm this position, funnily enough. He's got 2 free awakened squads, which he probably hasn't got the imp recharged on it, and even a heroic rocket squad there. As you can see there, heroic rocket squad, one of them has gone elite as well. What is here? A Pipple scout by Bonus, and Bonus going to be pushing into, he's actually going to be establishing an eco at Green Zero's home base there, which is rather interesting. Green Zero transitioning into Vertigo bombers, which is a good idea against GDI. GDI seriously need to get these Firehawks to deal with those things, as they're not exactly easy to deal with. They have a fair amount of health, and tungsten shells I don't think won't cut it either, as the Vertigo bombers can drop their payload and then re-stealth very, very quickly. And of course you need something that deals damage very quickly over time, and Bonus Roo decides that the Firehawks is the correct way to deal with that threat. And yes, it is. He's got 1 Firehawk here, which I can assume is on anti-aircraft loadout. Green Zero, where are those Vertigo bombers? He's probably going to be bombing harvesters, or he could go for tech, although he needs 5 Vertigo bombers to drop the tech center, so it's probably not the best idea to bomb the tech center and give away the fact that he's got 4 Vertigos, which I don't think he has got Bonus Roo alert of yet. Bonus Roo I don't think knows he's got 4. And the Redeemer is out, as we can hear here. The Redeemer, he could probably put two assimilators or engineers inside of this Redeemer, just to give it some serious health. But he's deciding to put a Flame Trooper inside of the Redeemer. He needs to put a Saboteur inside of there as well, but he's looking to destroy this base as quick as possible before Bonus Roo has the chance to react and destroy that Redeemer with whatever he has. He'll need more than a couple Sonic Emitters to take care of this Redeemer. He's got nothing here, and I think this MCV is all but going to be destroyed here. Bonus Roo is queuing something. It's going to be a Sonic Emitter, but against this Flame Redeemer, it's not going to be enough. And the Harvester will get destroyed there, so that Obelisk definitely paying for itself now. Being able to destroy a lot of those Harvesters and taking out that Marv as well earlier on. But the MCV will get destroyed. I think that's Bonus Roo's only MCV. No, hang on a second. That isn't his only MCV. He does have an MCV at Green Zero's home base, and it seems like Green Zero again casting the redemption support power on his infantry, just so these rocket squads have a second chance to live and inflict damage onto Bonus Roo. And yeah, once again, awakened squads being revived here, and the Sonic Emitter not doing much damage, but the Marv is rolling slowly but surely into the Redeemer here. As long as he can keep that Redeemer there, which I think that was an accidental EMP by Green Zero. Green Zero I don't think was meant to do that there, accidentally EMPing his Redeemer. That could cost him this Redeemer, but the Marv seems like it was EMP'd by some awakened squads here, and this Sonic Emitter getting some nice shots off in the rear ammo of this Redeemer. Probably will get one more shot off, and yes, it does barely able to damage that there. And the Marv taking some severe punishment by the Vertigo bombers, but the Vertigo bombers taking some losses by the Firehawks. The Firehawks, which are in they're actually in numbers now. He's got 4 of them, I'm almost certain he has. And where are the additional 2 Firehawks? I'm not entirely sure, but we want to keep an eye on this particular engagement here. Both epic units seem to be on low health. Neither side has bothered to put engineers inside of their epic units. Green Zero actually has got a Saboteur in there finally, so he'll be able to get some repairs over time on this Redeemer. It will take a while for it to repair to a good amount of health. And as you can see, this Marv going to get some repairs by the War Factory. Bonus Through could definitely afford to put 3 engineers inside of there, or maybe even another rail unit and 2 engineers, but I don't think he has got the tech center anymore. It seems like the tech center is all but gone. He may have sold it, or Green Zero may have actually bombed it, but I don't actually see that happening, as Bonus Through probably sold it there, since 5 Vertigo bombers would be required to destroy that. And yeah, bombing harvesters. Oh, harvester goes down. It seems like just 1 harvester was destroyed there, but that's better than nothing. It seemed like a full harvester, and again nailing another harvester. So Green Zero inflicting some serious economic damage onto Bonus Through. Bonus Through, he has to do something with this Marv here. 2 obelisks of light to defend for Green Zero. Green Zero seems like he may hold itself, especially as he is now fortifying his position with Spectres, which will be able to cause some damage to this Marv and also destroy the War Factory, which I think he's intent on doing. And shielding the Obelisk of Light with a power plant, what you could do is just train a couple beam cannons and charge these base defenses up so the Obelisk of Light has more range. And I believe the rate of fire is also increased 10% for every beam cannon. It goes up to 4 beam cannons. Any more than that and there is no noticeable difference in the Obelisk of Light. But yeah, I reckon that is a good decision to make a couple beam cannons. He could also destroy these sonic emitters very, very quickly and the remainder of Bonus Through's base. But Bonus Through seems like he still does have his NCV here. He's going for an airfield up there, and this Marv is going to retreat. He still has ground control here thanks to this refinery, so he could probably place a War Factory there and help this Marv to heal up to full health. He wanted it to sell this airfield as it's in a dangerous spot now. I mean, it's getting to a point where Green Zero could take it out of his Redeemer and Spectres. He has no idea where those Spectres are, but the Spectres are here. He's got 3 Spectres. Green Zero, I wonder how he's going to use those Spectres now. I mean, he could train a Shadow Team and long distance bombard a location on the map, especially this airfield. If he's able to bomb that airfield using the Spectre bombardment, then that would be extremely cost efficient for him. But going for Orcas, so once again, so Bonus Through transitioning very effectively in this game. And he's probably going to destroy a couple harvesters here. Or maybe the Vertigo Bomber. Green Zero not paying attention. He could lose this Vertigo. He's going to get it as well. So that airfield going down, as well as a Vertigo Bomber, which was landed on it. And using the pulse scan just so he can destroy an additional harvester there. Nice work by Bonus Through. And this airfield here will get destroyed. Bonus Through realizing that he doesn't need that airfield anymore, selling it. But he does have an additional airfield here. He's got 2 Firehawks here to protect this airfield. He could probably get the center pod upgrade and help to detect those Vertigo bombers before they bomb the airfield, because of course they don't reveal their actual location until they drop their bombs. So it'd be nice to hit them before they actually do that. And where is the airfields of Bonus Through? It seems like he's got 2 airfields. The Orcas landed on this one and the Firehawks landing on this one here. So nice work there by Bonus Through. Of course, Green Zero probably is unaware of this airfield here, and he hasn't got any more Vertigo, so he cannot drop any more bombs onto those airfields and destroy Bonus Through's aircraft. But yeah, Spectres going to be taking out this position by Bonus Through. Bonus Through slowly but surely going to be taken away from this position here. I mean, he's losing his grip on this base, and eventually he'll be just down to this here. The Tiberium is regrowing mine, so if he is able to harvest that Tiberium field, then he will have more units to train. Of course, those Orcas could be doing some damage to these Spectres here. He's got 2 free Orcas which could be destroying these Spectres. The Marv, I'm absolutely certain, can take on this Redeemer. But then again, I'm not sure. What does he have? He's got 2 rocket squads and a rail unit inside of that Marv. Only 1 engineer to repair it. He needs a War Factory immediately to repair that Marv. You'd think that would be his top priority. And the Orca sniping a Spectre. Very nice work there by Bonus Through. And this game is coming right down to the wire here. Neither side has much economy. Both sides seem to have an epic unit and a couple units remaining. Again, Bonus Through has to make a War Factory to repair this Marv, and Green Zero here, he's sitting comfortable with his Redeemer. I don't think it's stealthed. Is it? No, I don't think so. and that will be a pain for Bonus to take out. Of course, he'll need more than just a Marv to make short work of it. Those Orcas there will be a pain for Green Zero, which are causing massive amount of damage. He doesn't even have Tip Core by the look of things. He hasn't got Tip Core, but he does have upgraded Infantry, which I think will be enough to end that Redeemer or Marv. Not going for the Tiberium Core upgrade, especially as we have saw so much air in this game. You would have thought that Green Zero would have went for that upgrade by now, but perhaps he doesn't have the funds to do so. Harvester gonna collect some Tiberium here for Bonus Roo. Only one Harvester, just one Harvester for Bonus Roo. He could train more of them, although again, it'd probably be a wise idea to use the Marv to Marvest the Tiberium field here and train more units. But the Marv coming into the base here, and since EMP cores is researched, as you can see by the tech lab, then he will be able to easily EMP this Marv indefinitely. And it doesn't seem like Green Zero is going to EMP. Yes, he is. He's coming in with the Raider Buggies here. Will he be able to get an EMP off? No, not quite getting the EMP off there. So Green Zero missing his opportunity to EMP that Marv. He's going to have to consolidate more of these EMP Buggies and EMP this Marv. As long as he has it disabled, then it's totally fine. And the Redeemer, on the other hand, seems like it was EMP. Bonus through researching EMP grenades at the last moment. He's only got one EMP equipped unit here, which won't be enough. One of the Spectres does get destroyed by the Orca, but the Orca does get destroyed there. And only no Orcas remaining for Bonus Roo. So Bonus Roo losing his units to inflict damage to the base of Green Zero and the Redeemer. The Redeemer here, I don't think is going to ever escape the EMP Grenadiers. But the Marv of Bonus Roo, if he can somehow get into this base and destroy all this stuff and the EMP Raider Buggies, then he has a good chance of winning this game. The MCV is on the move though for Bonus Roo, or for Green Zero rather. Moving that MCV up to this field here, and the Spectre inflicting damage onto his own Redeemer. That isn't good to see here. And some rocket squads coming in to reinforce for Green Zero. Green Zero could definitely take this game if this Redeemer is allowed to power up. He just has several more structures to destroy over there, and it's game for Bonus Roo. And missing that EMP Raider Buggy. Not sure he was trying to EMP there. There wasn't anything to EMP except his own Redeemer, which I don't see him wanting to do. But yeah, the rocket squads and EMP Raider Buggies here will easily be able to take out that Marv, and the Marv is stranded in the bottom here. He has nothing to destroy except that MCV. He only has one MCV to destroy. I don't think he has anything else on the map to destroy that MCV with. He's desperately trying to get Firehawks up. I don't think he'd be training Firehawks, but probably Orcas instead to bomb the MCV, but that Firehawk will get destroyed by the Raider Buggies. It doesn't quite get destroyed, and unfortunately this Marv will not be there to destroy the MCV. Such a crazy game this, and I definitely see Green Zero winning this game now, as the MCV is easily going to make it to safety to Bonus Roo's original expansion base. So yeah, what an insanely close game that was. Didn't look like neither side was going to win that at the end, but in the beginning I would have thought that Bonus Roo would have won, since he had tons and tons of Juggernauts. He had the tier 3 way before Green Zero. He had sniped so many Harvesters, it was unbelievable. Green Zero obviously thought he had a heads up with that Reckoner Flame Tank push in the beginning, but not really closing the gap in the end so easily, and the game went on for a very long time, being 27 minutes in length. That was an extremely long game indeed. And yeah, Green Zero going up and down with the units, relying a lot on military rocket squads to cause the damage he needed to Bonus Roo. Bonus Roo had no answer to that redemption support power. He hadn't invested enough into anti-infantry in that game, and I think that's what caused him to lose it in the end. So yeah, that was an extremely well played game there by Green Zero and both Bonus Roo. Kill death ratio 3.47 for Bonus Roo. Of course, since Green Zero had cheaper units, he could expend a lot of infantry and still be fine, as long as he took out a fair amount of Bonus Roo's vehicles and infrastructure, which he did do. Nice to see the Vertigo bombers causing a lot of damage as well. I'm not sure how many harvesters they destroyed, but it was a fair amount of harvesters. I didn't really count them in the end, but yeah, that was an extremely close game, and tons and tons of action. This is all I have to say really about this game. If you thought this video was remotely entertaining, then don't forget to like it, and I'll see if I can bring more in the next few days or weeks even. So yeah, this is Master Leaf, and I'll see you later.